Good morning. It is the morning of day 48. We are at the Big Butt Bypass, Triple B. We just left the Jerry Cabin shelter, I don't know, maybe a half an hour ago. And we are on our way up to Big Butt. And we're like 12 years old. And yeah, it rained last night. It started probably after midnight and it was done. We got out of the tent at, it was like 8 o'clock, 7:45 that we got out of the tent. It was done by then, so we didn't have to pack up in the rain, which was great. So yeah, going good so far. It was a chilly morning. But I'm just glad that it's not still raining, and the weather for the rest of the day is supposed to be pretty good and overnight. So I like it. I will check in with you once we have conquered the Big Butt. The Big Butt don't come easy. She makes you work for that. All right, we're here at the Shelton Graves. Goes up this little blue blaze. So according to Far Out, these are grave sites of Union soldiers that were visiting family down south and were executed or murdered, or however you want to put it, by the Confederacy when they were down visiting family. So I'll show you the gravesite. All right, so I think these two on the end are the Shelton graves, David Shelton, and I think that stands for, I think it says William Shelton. I'm not exactly certain what this one for Millard Hare is, but this person was only 13. I assume it's part of the family, descendants or something.
Yeah, it says descendants of Millard Hare.
This says erected by H.D. Hare Jr., E.W. Fletcher Jr., J.A. Hare Newsome, G.E. Riddle, and the rest of the descendants of Millard Hare. So that's the Shelton graves. Okay, we just had a break at Flint Mountain Shelter. Privy break, lunch break, and we are back on the move. We've got 2.5 miles to Devil's Fork Gap, and then 3 miles from here starts a really big freaking climb. I didn't do the math, but it's probably somewhere around 2,000 feet of climb. I don't know what the mileage is that the climb spans over, but all I know is it's gonna suck. So I'm mentally preparing for it. And after that, I don't think there's any big climbs left. We have about 8.5 or so miles to the shelter where we plan to stay tonight, but I think we'll probably have stealth camping options if this big climb just wipes us out. We don't want to leave too many extra miles because that will just give Jordan a longer day back to the car tomorrow morning. But as of right now, tomorrow's only 2.5 miles, so we probably have a couple miles of wiggle room for him. But yeah, day's going good so far. Right now there's a nice cool breeze, which feels good because it's been pretty humid and warm feeling. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys later. All right, first fence crossing of the AT. We're at Devil's Fork Gap, going north. Boom.
Boom.
Alright guys, we're at the top of the big climb. I think it was like 2,000 feet. And man, that sucked so bad. We're at like 12 and a half miles. And doing a 2,000 foot climb that like late in the day just is not fun. But we have a little downhill, a little uphill, a moderate downhill to Rice Gap, and then I think we still have like a 500 foot climb up to our shelter for the night. But hopefully with these little downhills we get a little bit of relief before our last uphill. But it is 3:20, so I imagine we'll be to our shelter by 5 at the latest. Maybe. We'll see. I'm moving pretty slow right now just because like that climb took a lot of energy out of me. But we're gonna keep walking recovery, and that way we can get to camp. See ya.
See ya.
What's up guys? We are about 0.6 from our shelter. We just have a couple little more ups to go for this final push, and then a slight downhill to the shelter. I am very excited to be there. This last half of the day is just drug on, and it's been a lot of elevation, so I am ready to take this pack off, take my shoes off, and sit for a minute. Yeah, I'll check in with you there.
Are you filming?
All right guys, it is the end of day 48, I think, maybe. And we are in the tent at whatever shelter it is that we're at.
Hogback
Ridge Shelter. We just had dinner and dessert and socialized with the same group that was at the shelter last night. And yeah, we're gonna head to bed here in a minute. Jordan's got like 2.5 miles out to Sam's Gap tomorrow. I'll probably head to Nature's Inn Hostel with him to recharge some things, maybe use the bathroom. We'll see. But after that, I've got like 13 or so miles. Or no, I don't even remember. I've been changing it in my head a little bit, but I'm gonna go to Whistling Gap tent site. So it's either 11 or 13 miles for tomorrow. So that's the plan. It was a good day. It was brutal and I'm tired, but overall it was a good day. So see you tomorrow. Good night.